Hi y'all, my name is Alexis Natalie, and yes, this is already my third video in 1 week. I may have a problem. Today I wanted to do a very basic, very classic, no makeup, natural, everyday look. So I'm gonna start with my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. It's just the best. I mean, if I had a different primer, I would use it, but I don't, so. I do like using this primer with a sponge. I just feel like it really gets into my pores a little bit better than if I used a brush, because I can control how much pressure I put on my face. So since I'm trying to go for a no makeup look, I'm gonna spot conceal with concealer, so that way I don't have to use foundation over the rest of my face. So this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in beige. I'm gonna highlight the places you would naturally highlight. So I'm gonna do my under eyes, my chin, a little bit on my forehead and my nose. And then to give the illusion that you are wearing foundation, even though you're really not, I'm gonna add a little bit right under where I would place my contour. So once this gets blended out, it's immediately gonna give me the illusion that the rest of the skin up here is a little bit darker than it actually is. I'm gonna start with my chin. I do have a little bit of spots down here. I don't know if you can really tell, but I'm just gonna leave those alone because that's what real skin is. So I'm starting with the cheeks, and you can already see what I mean right here. It looks like I'm already wearing contour when I'm not. Now I'm gonna go to the forehead. I like to conceal the forehead because it brings brightness right to the center, right here in between your eyebrows and like this little arch right here. And this is also gonna give the illusion that your skin tone is more even, because the forehead is like one of the biggest spots of your face. So now I'm gonna move to the nose. And as long as you blend everything really, really well, you really don't need foundation. And now the eyes, what I'm gonna do is bring this down as much as I can on the insides of my face. Instead of bringing it down this way, I'm gonna bring it down this way. Until I get to the corner of the eye, I'm gonna bring it up as if I have like a line up here connecting to my hairline. And this is gonna lift your eye. Isn't that crazy? That is so crazy. Oh my god, this is crazy. Okay. Then what I like to do is take a translucent setting powder. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. And I'm gonna mix it with a powder that has a little bit of color. So I would try to get something that's closest to your skin color. So when you mix the translucent with the actual, a little bit of color powder, it's kind of gonna be like a powder foundation, but it's gonna be super, super light since you're not adding so much color into it. Right. Okay, so you can see I mixed the translucent powder with a little bit of powder that has color to it. So now I'm gonna take my sponge. I'm gonna start with the eyes like always, because you want them to set first, because they're the part of your face that's gonna start to crease the fastest. And where I put that concealer earlier down here, I'm gonna let it bake for just a little bit. Now I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush and just put this lightly over the places that we didn't conceal. So I'm still getting a little bit of color, and I'm setting my face. So after you made a mess with all of that powder, you're gonna want to take a bronzer, preferably something that's matte, because that's gonna look more natural than something that's like glittery and shiny. So I'm taking my e.l.f. contour palette in the shade light/medium. And I'm gonna take this color with the same brush that still has some of that powder on and just lightly contour. So I'm using this color because it's a little lighter, so it's more natural. All over my shirt. Now I'm gonna use the brush and just start wiping off the bake, and Yes, I'm not. So now I'm going to do blush. And I have this blush that is broken. Cosmic Force Mineralized Blush from MAC. I love this color so much. It's super, super pretty. It's very, very natural. And I'm just gonna slightly smile and put this right on the apples of my cheeks. So I'm gonna set the face with e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. And this is gonna melt everything together and make sure it's really, really in the skin and actually still looks like your skin. I kind of put a lot. Oh well. And while that's drying, I take my sponge and just press everything in. Now I'm gonna take my Clinique Chubby Stick in the color Hefty Highlight. I'm gonna use my finger and just blot it and then dab it right on my cheekbone. I'm gonna do the nose a little bit. Okay, Alexis, calm down. And I'm also just gonna put a little bit on my brow bone. And Cupid's bow, why not? Oh my god, I love it. So even though we're doing natural, super basic, I still wanna put a little bit something on the eyes. So I'm gonna use my MAC Selena palette. This is my go-to. It's so perfect for super natural stuff, and if you want you can actually even make it super dramatic. I'm gonna take this brown shade right here and just super lightly put it in my crease, and I'm not trying to be precise with it at all. I just want it to be really soft wash of color. Then I'm gonna take this lighter shade and just add this to the front half of my lid, kind of making a little half circle shape. Then I'm gonna take my finger with this color and just pat it slightly in the center of my eye. Okay, I lied. This is actually my favorite palette ever. And it was also a gift from my boyfriend. Now I'm gonna use my Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, and what I like to do if I'm doing something natural is focus it on the outer half of my lashes. This is also gonna open up your eyes and it'll give them a little wing effect without actually having to do a wing. Is everything okay? There's like, I'm hearing one too many ambulances today. Is that a police car? Do they all have the same sound? No. So now for lips, I'm gonna take this Clinique liner in Intense Blush, and what you wanna do is get something that's as close to your natural lip color as possible. And slightly overline, and it's just gonna make your lips look a little more full while still looking natural since you're not using a crazy color. Now I'm gonna take this Nude Sticks pencil in the color Purity and just dab this on the lips. And then to soften it just a little bit more, I'm gonna add this Glossier BerryBalm.com Universal Skin Salve and just put a little dab of this on my lips. I don't want a lot because it actually does have a little bit of color. But this is just gonna soften the lips. And then just one last time, I'm gonna set. Take my sponge again. Okay, so this is the look. I'm really happy with how it came out. Maybe the eyes aren't the most natural since I put that glitter shade on top, but you could just do the crease color and leave it at that. I really love this. I wish I had somewhere to go. But I don't, because we don't want to spread COVID. So I hope hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like, you can subscribe, you can like, you can leave a comment, you can share it with your bestie, you can do whatever you want, honestly. My name is Alexis Natalie, and thank you for watching.